left-wing Kingz. Listen, think, act, repeat.
One of the most heated parts of the vice presidential debate was when the discussion on healthcare came about. There was a serious discussion about the presidential candidates and their support of Obamacare. Wanda, how did Trump show his support, or lack thereof, of the Affordable Care Act?
Okay, so we got to go back to the past. So that the Trump campaigned that he was going to repeal it.
Yes.
So that was his number one campaign. Yeah. Okay. So again, go back to Fox News, go back to CNN, go back to CBS, NBC, ABC. That was his campaign. Was I'm going to repeal it. So just a couple of things that he did along the way. First, he tried to trade the name because they kept saying, what is it, the Health Care Act, or, Affordable Health Care Act. But I still call it Obamacare because that's what it is, and that's how it initially came about. Well, he did some legislation efforts in 2017. Republicans tried to pass what's called the American Health Care Act. That was parts that actually weakened Obamacare. Right. So some of that did pass. And so it weakened some of the things that you actually can do. Some of those were like the dates. I guess it shortened the time period, the open enrollment. So it shortened the time period for it on there. So he did do that. And he had some executive actions that he even took place to get rid of it. Again, he was not in support of it. He campaigned on it and he tried to follow through, but unfortunately he wasn't successful with that. So as far as the executive actions, Trump used executive orders and policy to, again, weaken parts of it. So he reduced the funding, and that was a part of the open enrollment. He shortened them period, so then that poor people couldn't get it in time. But I don't think that's showing support. I'm just saying, if you're trying to weaken something, that means you're trying to get rid of it. Okay.
We know, I mean, it's not written in stone and nobody admit to it, but we know when Trump ran for office, the way he won the lock and step Republicans is by going in and trying to erase anything Obama accomplished. And the affordable health care was one of them. What they didn't realize is a whole bunch of poor white people on that shit too. You know, I remember them town hall meetings, them dumb Republicans was up there having a meeting talking about they're going to repeal Obamacare. And it's like, what, you going to take my health care away that I just got? You know, a lot of us, a lot of us was grown in the Bush era. And we know what Bush era health care looked like. And it's way worse than it is now. You know what I'm saying? So Obama actually came in and did something with health care that the Clintons, nobody was able to do. And that's his legacy. That's what's left with him. Trump's legacy was to come erase everything Obama did. And he couldn't accomplish that. So he was never for it. So whatever gaslight they trying to do on this now is bullshit. They doing it now because it's embedded now. It's an embedded thing that everybody has to deal with. And how Republicans always say, "Oh, we got a better health care plan."
No, you don't.
Never seen it.
You got concepts.
Concept of a plan. Of a plan of a plan.
Their health care plan is, let's get money back to big pharma and to the insurance companies.
Because they're hurting now.
They're not even hurting.
For the people. Well, I'm saying, like, in the sense that they're not, as far as lucrative, as far as more money, because when you help the people, guess who you so-called are hurting? They're still benefiting from it. But you know what I mean? But they're making, but they still are okay. They're okay. So if we took $20 from us, we'll be okay.
They're more than fine.
We'll be okay.
Big pharma charging 10 times as much for medicine here than they are
anywhere else.
And we don't talk about insurance. Health insurance, they've been charging people with existing conditions for years. None of them are hurting. They just greedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's the bad part about it. So all Obama and them went back and still, with that being said, they couldn't get it where it needs to be. You know, like you say, you got countries that got free health care for everybody. The government just pays for it.
Exactly.
But not with these greedy son of bitches that are over there.
Hey, well, I mean, they're like you said already, Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, whatever you want to call it, it's the foundation of us moving to a better plan. Now, some of what they said during the vice presidential debate was like, J.D. Vance tried to say like he fixed it and he made it better. Could there be improvements to it? Yes.
Obama said the same thing. He said that.
There's definitely room for improvement. But at the end of the day, Trump ran on, like you said, repealing, getting rid of it. people ain't trying to get rid of like that pre-existing conditions.
Yeah.
Being able to get insurance when you got cancer,
Yeah.
to be able to switch. That's some real shit to people,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like you trying to insurance companies don't want that shit.
No.
They want that shit off the table so they can just decline your ass and say,
No.
nah, nigga, you got congestive heart failure. We ain't helping you if you have a heart attack, nigga. That's
Yeah.
expensive. You know what I'm saying? And for him to say today or during the debate on the first, that all of a sudden this dude was all gung ho about Obamacare and wanted to
Nah.
just improve it and make it so much better than what
No.
you just selling us a bag of bullshit and we ain't buying it, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, that leads me to the next discussion, which is some other bullshit about vice presidential power.